is wonderful that we are here. I remember the days when people are not very happy and keen to interact with income tax officers, people. Because I know when 86 I came here, Hyderabad. Even earlier, people are not willing to give house and rent to income tax people. Okay. I used to tell people, you should have friends with income tax people because who will tell you, guide you properly, who will tell you properly, and you'll be happy in the long-term interaction. So don't keep income tax people away with them. One or two small observations before you may be wondering what a DC income tax investigation will speak. I would like to share some of my views and ideas. But I can assure you one thing. Mr. Hanumanthulu, when he said, whenever he came, I used to spend more time discussing the issues with him. It doesn't mean that I don't have work, because I believe in interaction discussion, and my achievements for the year, the undisclosed income detected 3936 crores and additional income identified 400 crores compared to 819 crores earlier speaks that we are working. At the same time, I also like to tell you, in a lighter vein, there is some difficulty, genuine difficulty I appreciate in pronouncing the names of my colleagues and but I am sure I can assure all of you, there is some difficulty in pronouncing of colleagues' names also. Interacting with us, complying with tax laws be far easier than pronouncing our names. So, okay, so don't have to worry about it, I can assure you of all of us. And as you are aware, certain things, good things should be said more than once, I am sure you won't mind. As you are aware, there has been substantial growth in direct tax revenues of the government from 12 to 15% over the last 5 years, in spite of some ups and downs in the economy. The collection for the financial year just ended, 12-13, was 5.6 lakh crores, and for Andhra Pradesh charge, they are about 29,700 crores, representing, of course, Andhra Pradesh 15% compared to all India growth of 12.5%. This has become solely, mainly possible due to increased compliance by all the taxpayers, by all of you. While we encourage voluntary compliance, and by simplifying the law and procedure over the years, we also are devising systems and procedures to make the tax compliance easy and user-friendly. We are also, you are all aware, that we are computerizing all our functions on a large scale, like e-filing returns, ETDS, CPC processing, a lot of activities which we will be discussing during the course of our interaction to improve the taxpayer services. We are also making continuous efforts to educate the taxpayers by advertisement in the media, by online portal, our income tax website, and there is conducting seminars and workshops by TDS and other things, and also holding interactive programs like this we are having today. While 90% of tax collection, both income tax and corporate tax, comes by way of prepaid taxes, the tax deducted source, the advance tax, and dividend distribution tax, 10% is collected by virtue of our efforts, maybe you could say such as surveys or assessment and post-assessment collection. I am sure for this, the substantial credit goes to all the members of trade industry and individual taxpayers throughout the nation. We appreciate. In this context, I would like to analyze the tax pyramid, which I think many of you are aware. If you take the tax structure as a pyramid, taxpayers, the bottom 75 to 80% substantially comply with the tax laws, file the returns, and pay the taxes due. Another 10 to 12% have some difficulties in complying with the laws. There our friends, chartered accountants, and our own people, interaction like this will help in educating, persuading, and convince them to come and pay the taxes which are rightly due. They do pay taxes, but not the right taxes. Now the difficulty is only the remaining 8 to 10% where we are here to target them, because there the first two methods don't work. Our experience shows, not that we have anything against them, it's a part of duty, because any tax system, the same thing in US, where I was recently visited last year for training, the tax rates are higher there. Ours is highest, individual tax is 30%, there is 34%. So that the 8 to 10% taxpayers who choose not to comply or comply in time, it is such taxpayers whom we target by way of our search and survey operations. The purpose of search and survey operations is thus to detect tax evasion by unearthing evidence or unaccounted income and unaccounted assets and enforce the provisions of law, not for tax collection alone, that is incidental, but to have a deterrence on others who are on the sidelines waiting so that they come forward and voluntarily pay the taxes. That's the main purpose of the provisions. With our expanding of the role of information technology in all walks of life, including the revenue department, there is a large-scale flow of information from different sources. I am sure you are all enlightened, you know it, but I thought it's appropriate for me to share such information with you. A large-scale flow of information from different sources which makes it possible for us to track the financial transactions happening in the country and whether the same are reported in the returns filed and the taxes paid. Increasingly, we are acquiring the ability, the powers and technology to pierce through the maze of complex financial transactions. I am sure you're all aware that we collect information through AIR regarding cash deposits in banks exceeding a particular amount, purchase and sale of immovable properties, investment in high-value vehicles and foreign travel, payments to credit cards, investment in mutual funds and bonds. Our experience shows, this is only illustrative, that such information has been found to be highly useful in identifying the non-filers, the stop filers, and also tax evasion by the people who file the returns but underreport the income. One more observation. While the economy is growing